The party, Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, that you take the support from is the NCP, which you called the naturally corrupt party less than a month ago.
Rajdeep, let's understand, when it is a minority government, and if it's a fractured mandate, what are the options?
So for a fractured mandate in a minority government, when you have made corruption your main plank in the election, you have absolutely no problem, Sudhanshu Mittal, to take the support of a party you called a naturally corrupt party.
You have to understand, we have not taken any support. Are they part of the government?
Come on, Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal, this is, as I said, half girlfriend. You want to have a relationship with the NCP, but you don't want the world to know about it.
Rajdeep, what is the proposition? Is the proposition that we should go back to the government, to the elections? If that is the proposition, I don't think BJP would have a problem.
No, I am saying you tie up with the Shiv Sena.
When you raise
you tie up with the Shiv Sena. What was the need to go with the NCP?
The moment you tie up with Shiv Sena, you would say, look, Shiv Sena called names to the father of Mr. Narendra Modi while we fought elections. It's been acrimonious, and we've all fought against each other. We've not been allies of each other. Naturally, we've all talked against each other to win the support of people.
Right.
Now the issue is there is a fractured mandate. Now, we have not asked for a fractured mandate. There is a fractured mandate. In that case, situation, there are just two options. One, to run a minority government. The other is to go back to polls.
Okay.
Now, you tell me what should be done.
I'm only raising whether this is all very unholy. You're hearing that CR case one.
No, that's very unfair. Before you call it unholy, you have to understand this is the situation. Tell us what should be done. Either you are propounding that go back to the people, go back for a
No, I'm saying be open. I am saying, Sudhanshu Mittal, be open about your deal with the NCP. Don't do this in behind closed doors. Have a division. Tell the voters of Maharashtra that you have taken NCP support. The problem is the BJP doesn't want to do that openly. That is where the unholy nexus is.
It is as simple. This is a minority government. I'll finish it. This is a minority government which will last till the day. It can last. The day NCP or the day anybody, all of them join hands to say this government should not be there and we should go in for elections, we go in for elections.
Right.
Till such time the opposition does not decide that they want to go in for elections, we'll run the government.
You know,
it will be unholy. The day we are compromising on the principle of governance, we are saying if there are corruption charges, we'll investigate corruption charges. We will do all what is required for this government.
I've heard you, Sudhanshu. You're saying that you are working to a matter of principle. Respond to that, Kumar Ketkar. The BJP says they had no option. The people of Maharashtra need a government.
Rajdeep, it is not even half girlfriend, it is less than quarter girlfriend, because if Mr. Sudhanshu Mittal is saying that Uddhav Thackeray even called Modi's father, then Sharad Pawar called him fascist. Sharad Pawar called Modi fascist openly. So with Sharad Pawar they can have a deal, but with Uddhav they cannot have a deal. That is point number one. Point number two is the question was extremely simple. And it is not a question of procedure, it is also a question of propriety. If they had taken a vote, they would have comfortably won. Then why they did not take the count? And they did not take the count because they were not confident what NCP will do. NCP's record so far has been that they always betray at the last minute. They
were they not? Kumar Ketkar, hold on.
1999.
Kumar Ketkar, hold on.
Vajpayee's government, only one point.
Yes.
In 1999, Vajpayee could have done the same thing, taken a voice vote and survived that loss of one vote. He would have survived the government, there would have been no election in 99 October.
I am just asking a simple question.
He suffered that one vote loss and went for election.
You know, CR Keswan, you want to also respond to that? The BJP is saying they had no option. You need a government. That's what even Majid Momin is saying. People of Maharashtra need a government.
This is surreptitious gallivanting. You are a minority government. If you don't have an option, what are you trying to hide? Why are you afraid of going to a vote? If he was so sure that NCP is going to abstain, go on record and say NCP abstained or supported you. The issue is this: there has been such a
same NCP who was your partner till the other day
campaign, and they've called each other names. They don't have the face to go to the people because this is not the basis on which they asked the vote. They attacked the NCP as a nationally corrupt party, and now they're joining hands with them. They don't want the people to see that. But it is amazing that they think they can hoodwink the people like this. Today, it has been such a sad start for this government that they stand thoroughly exposed before the people. Our only question is this: if you had the numbers, if you had the numbers, you could have had a straightforward, direct approach, had a proper vote, and got the majority.
And you for your part did not need to heckle the governor. But Sudhanshu Mittal, respond finally to this. Kumar Ketkar is also saying the same thing, and so is C.R. Keswan in a way, that all of this could have been settled by having a proper vote. Constitutional propriety demands a minority government has a proper vote. You do not force a voice vote. This leaves the impression that you did not want the world to know what deal you were having with the NCP. That's the big question that is being raised today.
The issue boils down to whether there was a voice vote or it should have been a proper vote. Is that the issue? Because then whether it's NCP or anything else becomes irrelevant. If that is the issue, let's go by the parliamentary procedures. I mean, I'm sure Mr. Keswan and everybody is well versed about voting being through voice vote or otherwise.
I am asking the people of Maharashtra want to know, is the BJP keen on NCP support or not? I just want a straight answer. Why are you doing this in hiding?
There is no hiding. We are running a minority government, and we have made it amply clear that we are running a minority government. This government will last.
This government will last till the day it's not voted out.
Okay.
The day it is voted out, it will not be there. Okay. As simple as that. And if the mandate of the polity would be to go back to elections, we'll go back to elections.
Okay.
So till the time we are running a minority government, we are running it by the procedures that should be followed. Here in this case, Mr. Keswan, if he was so confident that we did not have the number, his speaker should not have withdrawn from the contest. And so is the case with Shiv Sena.
Let me leave it at that.
Who's talking?
Sudhanshu, let me leave it at that.
I'm amazed Mr. Keswan is sitting behind on the ground and telling us
now let's leave it at that. Now let's leave it. You've had your say, as have had the others. Let me take a break at this point, because I think we've got some clarity from all our guests. That's why we tried to expand it to find out what exactly was the case. My take, where do we stand? Appreciate my guests joining us on our top talking point. For the BJP, senior leader and former Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Sudhanshu Mittal of the BJP is still with us. I'm going to ask you this, Mr. Ajit Jogi. Is it fair to blame the political leadership for what went wrong in this government health camp? Is it enough for you to blame the politicians and call for resignations of the health minister of the state and the chief minister? Do you believe that will solve anything?
Why not, Rajdeep? After all, this is a democracy, and people have reposed faith in this government, the state government led by BJP. People have given their trust to Dr. Raman Singh. They have not given their trust to a particular doctor. So the buck must stop somewhere, and it stops at the highest level. And this is not the first time this has happened.
So you're saying the buck must stop with the chief minister of the state. Sudhanshu Mittal, respond to that. Remember, here are people, innocent people, go to a sterilization camp and find what? That there are faulty medical procedures, equipment that has been used is rusted, and simply because they are poor people, no one really takes the kind of precaution that would be taken in a top hospital. Should Raman Singh, a doctor, take the responsibility? Should the health minister, who comes from the very district where the health camp took place, take responsibility? Can they escape responsibility? Can Raman Singh and the health minister escape responsibility?
Rajiv, what has happened is terribly, terribly sad. It is shocking. And no nation or no administration should ever permit this kind of a thing. So there cannot be any justification of what has happened in Chhattisgarh. The death of innocent women in such a gross manner is heartrending. You know, it shakes your conscience. So
please answer my question.
There can't be
it shakes all our conscience.
Yeah.
I want to know, does it shake the conscience of your chief minister and the health minister enough for them to offer at least to resign?
Now, when things happen in an administration, what is critical is how is the political leadership responding to wrongdoings. If the political leadership is defined to public sensibility and is trying to shield and is trying to cover up and not take remedial actions, then certainly the political leadership will be in the dock. Look at the case here. The political leadership has responded with absolute sincerity, including that of the Prime Minister, who has taken this issue very, very seriously.
No, the issue is you suspend doctors, you end up
doctors.
Suspending doctors, you transfer a few officers.
Not only you suspend, not only you suspend, you transfer, and then you institute criminal action against people responsible, because what has happened is criminal negligence.
Okay, you're
so there's no whitewashing of the criminality.
So you're saying
and
yes, I take your point.
One more thing, lastly,
yes.
Lastly, before apportioning blames, what you must look at is, has the political leadership a role in decision making on these issues or not? If there is a role of the political leadership in what has happened, certainly they should be hauled up. But if there is not a role, Mr. Jogi wants to take a high moral ground, let him do it, because the
hold on, Sudhanshu.
And all that, Mr. Jogi,
Sudhanshu,
if I get into your history,
let Mr. Jogi respond to you.
You have nowhere to look at.
Sir, let Mr. Jogi respond. Mr. Jogi, where does the political leader, you've been a former chief minister, why do you believe the political leadership must take responsibility? Let me give you the figures for Chhattisgarh. Maternal mortality rate is 269 against a national average of 212. There was, if you remember, Mr. Jogi, 62 people were left blind in one eye after they underwent surgeries at cataract camps held in the state between 2011-13. There is a systemic problem in Chhattisgarh. You've been a chief minister. Raman Singh is a chief minister. Why should he alone be held responsible?
The question, Rajdeep, is not how they have responded after the incident. The question is, why did the incident occur? Why did this shocking and shattering tragedy?
Because there is something wrong with the health system. There is something wrong with the health system that sets targets.
Why the administration was not alive to it? Why did they allow the surgery of this kind, which is a major surgery, to take place in a hospital building which is closed since April?
Sir, but should the IS officer take responsibility? Mr. Jogi, should the IS officer take responsibility?
There is no operation theatre. There is no anesthetist. Why did they allow the surgery to take place there? What was Mr. Amar Agrawal doing, who is the health minister? This place where the surgery took place is just 5 kilometers away from his own house. How did he allow this to happen? This kind of carelessness.
Mr. Jogi, Mr. Jogi, you've been both a bureaucrat and a minister. You've also seen, therefore, administration working. When something goes wrong and it's a clear botch-up and it's criminal negligence, no one doubts that, who should take the rap? I come back to it. Should the political leadership take the rap, or does the administration, the local administration, take the rap, Mr. Jogi?
The question is that we are living in a democracy. After all, the ultimate responsibility is that of the political leadership. Was Mr. Lal Bahadur Shastri driving the train when he resigned after the accident? Was Mr. Madhavrao Sindhya flying the plane when the accident occurred? They took the moral responsibility. They resigned. And I can say for sure, if I was in Dr. Raman Singh's place, I would have taken the responsibility.
You would have resigned? Mr. Jogi, you would have resigned? If you were chief minister and this has happened, you would have resigned, Mr. Jogi?
Let me expose him.
Such a shattering.
You would have resigned. Okay. You claim you would have resigned.
In the first place would not have occurred if I was.
No, that's another question. That's another issue. You are saying you would have resigned. You're citing Lal Bahadur Shastri, Madhavrao Sindhya, who resigned after rail and air crashes. You want to respond to that? Moral responsibility, Sudhanshu Mittal. That's my final question. Should there be moral responsibility or not?
I am so happy that he's talking about morality. In his own regime as chief minister, when the opposition holds a rally and the treasurer of the party which is holding the rally is shot dead, Ajit Jogi did not resign. When he stifled the entire cable network in Chhattisgarh, he did not resign. And mind you, Mr. Jogi, lastly, when all the accidents, just 1 minute. Sir, I let you speak, let me speak. Yes. When all the accidents violence
can't
took
hear you
place in
properly,
railways
but
during
I
the
can
regime
make out
of
what you're saying. You
Mr.
can't blame-
Manmohan Singh.
blame
You never
us
said
for
an
that
issue of
tragedy.
anybody
Mr.
taking
Jogi,
the
one by one,
I mean, let's not
main
be
politicians.
hypocritical about what you're talking.
Because
The
of
issue
your
is, if there is an
irresponsibility.
administrative
And this
failure,
kind of,
the administration must be held
this
accountable.
kind of
The administration
tragedy is
must be
occurring
punished
time
for their
and again.
misdeeds
In
and
the
negligence.
health department,
Can we,
Don't
Mr.
take
Jogi,
it
let-
100
for
people
no
were
rhyme or reason,
blinded.
because you have no sense of
In
morality,
Balore,
sir.
in Bagbahra.
Okay, I'm going
And
to,
you took
you know,
no action. You
Sir,
formed the
you
committee,
don't
you
talk about
suspended the
morality
doctor.
because
And
we all
after
know
a
about
year,
your
he
political
was promoted
morality.
as,
You kill your
Then,
opponents.
No,
again,
no, hold on. Sudhanshu let's not make personal. I have to ask my director to switch off the mic. You cannot make personal allegations here. No, let's not accuse each other of who is murdered, political rivals and otherwise.
Yeah.
But I just want to know.
Let's talk
I
political
just want to
morality.
know. I just want to know from you, Mr. Jogi. Now, forget the politics for a moment. What is going to happen to ensure that this never happens again in Chhattisgarh? Now tell me purely as a forget you're a congressman for a moment. Tell me as a dispassionate person who has lived in who has been in politics and administration for 30-40 years, what will ensure that something like this never happens again? Is it simply the resignation of a chief minister, or is there something else that could be done?
I couldn't hear you. There is some technical problem.
I want to know, if possible, Mr. Jogi, what do you believe, the one thing that you believe can happen to ensure this never happens again in Chhattisgarh? What is that one thing?
I think if moral responsibility is taken, the whole administration will be alive to its responsibility, and people will not repeat such acts and such acts which are not pardonable by any standard.
Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it at that point, Ajit Jogi.
Rajiv, can I have the last word?
Yes, last word, 10 seconds.
See, yeah, the government must look at every procedure which is being followed or every practice, and ensure that proper systems are put in place so that such things are never repeated. Okay. It is shocking. It dismays everybody, and all responsible must be held guilty.
Let's leave it at that. But somewhere the buck is going to have to stop with someone. Does it stop only with the doctors who've been suspended? Does it go to the health minister in whose constituency this has happened? Or does it go to the chief minister, who himself is a medical professional? That's the question that the Chhattisgarh administration must answer, because what has happened is criminal negligence. Sudhanshu Mittal, Ajit Jogi, appreciate your joining us on our Face Off on the News Today at 9.